AJ. I am 25 years old. I've lived all over the country. I was born in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. Spent time in California, Chicago, St. Louis, New Jersey, Virginia. My story doesn't involve, like a drug-addicted family or anything like that. They call me like the black sheep. I come from a very good home. No alcoholism, no drug addiction anywhere that we can find in my family. I was born and raised in the Catholic Church. I personally had a very good experience growing up in the Catholic Church. I went to Catholic school. God was always a part of my life, basically from as long as I can remember up till I was about 17, when my parents stopped making me go to church and that kind of gave me the choice. And as a 17-year-old with the world at my fingertips, playing football, about to go to college, I kind of turned my back on God because I didn't realize at the time that it was only because I was so involved with the church and trying to live the right way. Even though I say I had that personal relationship, I believe without knowing I had the personal relationship. Because it was easy for me to turn away. If I really understood what I had with God, then I probably wouldn't have turned away at around that age. And I don't call it a coincidence because right around then, right around 17, 18 is when I started to find drugs. Went off to school, there was even more drugs there. And the next 6 years of my life was all drug involved years. I was able to finish school, but my drug addiction really took off after that. And then I got caught up in the rehab world. I went to a million different secular programs. I don't even know how many I've been to, but I've been to a lot in just the past 2 years. I would go in and get out and go right back in again. Relapse, go right back in again. Relapse. It was a revolving door for a long time. Until last November, I was out in California again, and I got into a really bad car accident. Ended up in jail for a couple days, and I got out, luckily on a technicality, but my mom flew out from New Jersey. They still live in New Jersey. And she flew out, and right in the parking lot at the jail, she gave me a choice. She said, because my family stayed by my side as much as they possibly could, even though I was stealing from them, doing terrible things, but they stood by my side, but this was their final straw. And she flew all the way out there, and right when I walked out, she gave me a choice. She said, either come home with me on a plane and go to this program in Pennsylvania called Teen Challenge for a year, or just don't talk to me again until you figure your life out. And I actually stood there and thought about it. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy to me now. I actually stood there and said, well, am I about to be homeless in California, or am I about to try to go get help in a faith-based program? Luckily, I chose the faith-based program eventually. And it was the best decision I've ever made, because unlike all those other programs that I've been to, I did not hear the name Jesus Christ one time in all of those other programs. And I did AA. I completed the steps. I made my amends. I did all these things that they said that would fix me, and it still didn't work. There was still something missing, and I now know that was Jesus Christ. He's really saved my life. And going forward, that's what I really want to do, because like I said, I didn't hear the name Jesus in all those other programs, but I met a lot of great people. A lot of great people that need that help, that are struggling with addiction, that are in my age, have similar stories, different stories, it doesn't matter. But what my plan is now, because I'm past the halfway point, I'm going home in November, and my counselor here, he says, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you leave here? What's your plan? Are you going to go work for your dad, or are you going to go work somewhere else, or are you going to stay at Teen Challenge and intern? I've been praying about it for months now, and I still don't have a definitive answer. But the only thing that keeps popping up in my mind is trying to go back. And there's a reason that I went to so many of these programs and met so many good people, hundreds of people in recovery. And even the ones that are sober are still missing Jesus. And that's what I want to do now. I want to go back and let them know that, yeah, hey, that's great that you've been sober for 2 years, right? That's wonderful. But what about eternity? Because they don't know about that. They just know about being sober for the next 50 years of their life, 40 years, 30 years, whatever. And then boom, that's it. And they just think, that's what they're living for. But I need to go let them know that you can have eternity in Jesus Christ. Right. Because that's what I figured out now. And reading the Bible, it just answers all the questions that I have, all the worries that I've had for so many years. All the answers are in this one book. Everything is in that book. And that's what I need to go let these people know. Just like Teen Challenge was a vehicle for me that said, hey, open this book and you're going to find answers. And luckily I did. I did find answers. And everything they said came true. My family's restored. I mean, I have the best relationship I think I've ever had with my parents and my sister in just the 7 months that I've been here. I mean, it's unbelievable. I was just home last week and I went to the beach with them. They can't wait for me to come home. My dad said it again. He said, I can't wait for you to come home. I wasn't allowed in their house for the past 3 years. They wouldn't let me come home because I would just steal anything. And now they're counting down the days till I get back. I mean, it's truly amazing what God can do, if you honestly and truly seek Him. And it's a personal relationship with God. And that's the best part about it, because I'm not yet anyway, I'm not out there claiming I know all these things, because I'm still just a baby at this. That's what we say. I'm still just a baby. I'm just 7 months in, but in those 7 months, like I said, so many things have been given to me, so many questions have been answered. I can't wait for the next however many years I have to get to know Him more until I get to meet Him when I go home. And that's what I want to show all these people that don't know Him. And that's what I'm really called to do, is to help out and go back to South Jersey, because I mean the opioid epidemic is crazy there, and there's so many different rehabs there, and I just want to go let them know, like, hey, not only will you be free from the bondage of addiction, but then you have something to live for after this. And that's just what I'm excited to do, and that's what Teen Challenge gave me the opportunity to realize that that's what I want to do. But yeah, it's just been a blessing to be here. Thank you for letting us come out, and I hope you enjoy these next couple songs.
Yep.
That wasn't bad at all, AJ.
Bad at all.
Good first 2 testimonies.
God is good.